DTS 95, melees are hitting harder, Iron Banner was a huge success, and Rezyl Azzir, is he leaking more stuff?
You're listening to Destiny, the show.
What's up, everybody? My name is BBKDRAGOON. Welcome to Destiny, the show. I had a catchphrase that I was going to say, but I don't really know what that is. I guess we're the news podcast that helps Guardians stay up to date in the world of Destiny. My co-host, Ditty, how was your week, man?
Very productive and successful week this week.
Yeah. Flynn, how'd it go? Did he get the thing?
Yes, he passed his CGC test, Canine Good Citizenship, so that means we're registering it with the AKC, which is the American Kennel Club. So he will be officially titled with the American Kennel Club very soon, and we'll have like an official certificate. So he got like a little ribbon as well, and we put it on his collar, and then he started to chew on it. So,
so he's got like this clan tag that he gets to rock now on his collar, huh?
Yeah, actually. So the American Kennel Club, if you ever show the dog officially and they have to announce it, you actually give your dog a different nickname. So his name is Flynn Rider, but his American Kennel Club registered name is The Smolder. If you've ever seen Tangled, you would get that reference. So they would announce him as Flynn the Smolder Rider.
Oh my gosh, he has a real title.
And so actually before that, they do the breeder in front of that. So his whole name is like Tintlitz the Smolder, I guess. So he has like an official title, and then after that name, they list all of his titles, and he would have CGC after that.
Nice. Very good. How was the week within Destiny?
Good, really good. I finally got a Hawksaw. I got the vendor Hawksaw roll.
Oh, you bought it.
I did. I bought it. I didn't earn it. Oh no!
I didn't earn mine. I bought the last vendor roll. I'm just saying.
Hey, I think I earned that Hawksaw because I grinded a ton of legendary marks to get it.
That's right.
But I'm loving it. I love it. The Ilasuna is carried me through Iron Banner this week. I was doing work. I know I vowed on Twitter that I was only using No Land Beyond. I did for a few games, but I wanted to win and complete some bounties, so that didn't happen. Got to play some games with the Discord people. I went on, I think, an 8 or 9 game win streak with those guys the other night.
Nice.
It was a good time.
Yeah, very good. Speaking of Iron Banner, I put a video out if people watch the videos on my channel. I've said it. This was my favorite week of Iron Banner of all time. Like, this was fantastic, from the changes and refinements to the actual systems within Iron Banner, but mainly the people we were playing with. We were playing with Destiny the Show Discord members and clan members the whole time. I played 36 games in total on the Warlock to get it to rank 5, all of those with groups of 6, and they were all DTS community and family members, which was really cool. Won 27 out of those 36 games, and the Warlock is on an 18-game winning streak, so it was like...
Dang!
It was sick, man. It wasn't the winning that was the fun part. It's getting to meet a lot of new people, playing with a bunch of different folks, and there's just plenty of people who've never really run full teams of 6 that consistently, or gotten to run PvP with big groups before, and it's just a lot of fun. Last night, we had to break it up into 2 teams. Yeah. Like, there was your squad of 6, and I think our squad of 5. It's just, we tried to match. We didn't match up.
Yeah, we tried twice, but we didn't get to match each other.
It's that time of the week where we get to promote the Discord once again. And Ditty, just a week and a half ago, we had 70 members. We now have 170 members in the Discord, and a few more have joined just during the time of this recording.
And they're all fantastic. There's no trolls. That's the word I'm looking for. There's no toxic players in there. Everybody's super nice. Everybody's really accepting as well. If you haven't done a raid, they're like, oh yeah, I want to go do that raid again. Let's do it. Let's find a group. So it's a good place to meet new people. If you've never played with a full party of 6, if you've never, even if you just always play Destiny solo, the Destiny Discord or Destiny the Show Discord is where to find those people.
Discord.me/Destiny the Show. So discord.me/Destiny the Show. Anybody is welcome to join. We have no requirements. All skill level players. The only thing that we ask is that you please be respectful. Like Ditty said, we haven't had anybody who's been real toxic or any issues we'd have to drop the hammer on. But if you come with a respectful attitude, you're going to find a bunch of people who are looking forward to running activities. When this show completes and we're done recording, we're going to take some people through Crota's End just for the fun of it. And I was reminded this last week, dude, doing all this Iron Banner with people, super blessed to be able to play Destiny with other people. Like you and I, Pineapple Boys, we've gotten to raid, we've gotten to do PvP with other folks, but Destiny is so much is about community. And if you're getting tired of this game, or if you're just not feeling the same passion, ask yourself, are you playing by yourself a bunch? Like, are you just playing solo? And if that's the case, start playing with others, dude. This game is so much more when there's a larger community around it.
Yeah, 100% agree on that part. And it's not just for party chatting with other people and playing Destiny. You know, when I'm at work, I'm in there chatting with other people. You know, when I'm on a break at work, I'll just say, hey, what's up? What's going on? How's everybody's day doing? And we just, you know, you form friendships and bonds with other people that you never would have thought to be able to connect with.
Yeah, I mean, I compared it. It's not that awkward first date where you're like, uh-oh, am I going to say the wrong thing? Am I going to like this person? Are they going to like me? It doesn't matter. Everybody in there has that one common interest that is Destiny. So we're talking about, what do you think Bungie's going to do this week? Or somebody, said that, and wow, no way, he did that clip. So, I don't know. It's pretty rad. Pretty cool. Is it news time? Oh, wait, no. Mixamp thing. I just wanted to put this in the show notes because a lot of people who are in our Discord are asking, how are you getting computer audio and game audio together? Both Ditty and I and a lot of players have Astro Mixamps or the Turtle Beach Mixamps to where it can put PC audio into your headset as well as game sound. But most of the folks in there also have Xbox Live headsets or chat adapters for PlayStation 4, so it's not a huge deal. But I am going to look and see if I can find some cool splitter or something that's inexpensive that we could recommend to a lot of folks if they want to have Discord audio going from their phone or mobile device or computer into their game headsets. News! This week at Bungie. Not a whole lot's going on, but patch 2202 is coming out this next Tuesday. It's going to address a handful of bugs. Much of those bugs they didn't really mention, but John Wyzanewski, our favorite dude, sandbox engineer. Oh, wait. Let's
John
pause.
Cable.
Yeah. I'll start the news again. This week at Bungie. Deej is back writing this one. The twab. 2202 is coming Tuesday, May 3rd. So it's the next update. It's going to address a bunch of bugs, fix a few chests, quests, and rewards. Nothing major, except there is a melee bug that is being worked on. Sandbox engineer John Cable. Anytime John's mentioned in the weekly update, I think of John Wyzanewski. But anyway, John Cable says that they're working on making melees connect more often. What are the details about this, Ditty, and how does Shoulder Charge and Arc Blade play into it?
So he first addresses when a melee attack seems like it connects but doesn't do any damage, it's usually a networking problem. So they've fixed somewhat of an issue there. Just a bug that they found in the networking code. Also, when a melee attack whiffs, this is usually a sandbox problem. I'm quoting here from the article. I've fixed a bug where we were starting the target search from an incorrect position. Normally, we begin the search from the targets for targets from the perspective of the attacker's head. This bug would result in the target search falling short. If the melee lunge didn't get you close enough to the target, or if the target was moving away from you, your melee would not connect. So the new fix should make Arc Blade and Shoulder Charge much, much more reliable. There are still situations, especially when the target is moving away from you, where you will not connect.
Okay, so it's a networking issue, and there's some coding stuff for the sandbox that they're going to have to change to make this a little bit more effective. I had plenty of whiffed melees this week, but I cringe when I hear Shoulder Charge more reliable. Really? Do Striker Titans need any more advantages?
Striker Titans are really strong right now, and Arcblade, I know what he's talking about because there would be so many times in my first couple weeks of the April update, I was bringing Arcblade back. I would just slice up to the person's neck and then it wouldn't connect. And I would just get shotgunned in the face. So that was super frustrating and sad, but I'm glad to see he's fixing it.
Yeah, when I say Striker Titans OP, I'm not actually saying that. I like Striker Titans. I bought my Twilight Garrison this week when we finish up with the show and the raid. I'm running tonight with that new Twilight Garrison. I'm super excited about it. So these melee fixes are not actually going live this Tuesday, May 3rd. They're just implementing the code for it, and then the following week on May 10th, they're going to turn it on. Because anytime you do sandbox changes, there's a chance it might implement chaos and bugs and craziness. So if you guys are playing this next week, try to break everything. I want to see that where like rep boosters break.
Rep boosters, yeah. I was just about to say
super
something
stacks.
like this.
I want 8 stacks of rep
find
boosters.
The term. This is where we find something called spaghetti code.
Yes.
It's famous in League of Legends, Riot Games. They're famous for their spaghetti code. If you change one thing, it's going to change some totally unrelated issue. So fixing Arcblade and shoulder charge registration is probably going to make Hawkmoon have void damage for some stupid reason. It's something like that. That's what would be spaghetti code. So let's see if we can find those bugs, and let's see if Bungie has any spaghetti on their code.
Yep. Next up, Challenge of Elders Week 2, the high scores, 112,000 for Raindog 56, Crunchy Time, Ian Scales 95, and Bladed Wolf. They did a substitution. That's kind of weird. Huh. And then second place, SC Slayer Edge, Epic Cookies, and Ever with 90K. Third place, 84K, The Ultra Saint, Pickaxe Swinger 2, Nutley 99. I don't get that, man. I don't get 112,000. That's insanity.
Yeah, that is pretty insane. I don't know how they did that.
Did you do week 3? Have you done Melee Challenge? Because I've just done Iron Banner. That's like it.
Yes. Knife Juggler all the way with Monte Carlo is the way to go.
Did you like week 3?
I did. I really, really did, because just because I was knife juggling the whole time. I thought the bosses were really good. The final boss was someone we had experienced before, so it wasn't anything new there. But just being able to knife juggle the whole time, and I was brilliant enough. I'm going to pat myself on the back for thinking of using Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
Because when Trickle was on, so whenever I would miss both of my throwing knives, I'm like, well, guess I have to wait for 30 minutes for my throwing knife to come back because I have 0 strength. And Trickle's on. And I'm like, oh, dealing damage with Monte Carlo brings my strength or reduces my melee cooldown. So I just started using that, and I just got like 100 throwing knife kills. It was pretty sweet.
Can I add, like, just the progression of light level stuff is so nice, whether it's challenge or PvP this last week doing Iron Banner. I took the Warlock from like 319 light when the event started. He's 328 light now. Just that constant sense of reward across the board. I might be feeling differently when all 3 characters are 335, but I have just adored the spring update, man. It's been a lot more than I expected, and even though it didn't deliver new content, these refinements, they're delicious.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to agree on that. When House of Wolves came out, we really liked that progression system, but it was really quick too. You know, I was level 34. Was that the cap then? Dang, that's so long ago. 34 was the cap. You hit that in a couple days. Now I'm still struggling. I'm still not 320. I think I can hit 318 at this point. And I'm just keep grinding those light levels, and that's just one character. My Warlock is still level 35. I haven't leveled him up yet. So it's really nice to see that this progression system is working. It takes a little bit longer.
I hope next week we can talk about this. I don't want to officially talk about it on the show just yet, but you and I have been creating somewhat of a leveling challenge, and I did start it over on the PlayStation 4, and it's pretty hard, and next week we'll talk about it, I think, Ditty. I think by then we might have all the stuff laid out officially, but I think this is going to be something pretty cool that a lot of the community is going to want to participate in. Just speculating.
Yep. I would agree. Let's get that hype train rolling.
At the bottom of the update, okay, Deej says, I'm out, and then, oh, hey, Rezyl Azzir is not one of us. We cannot confirm, nor can we decipher these riddles. It's a mystery to us as well. Fun stuff, though. If you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. If you do, enjoy the speculation. I didn't know what they were talking about. Some people in the DTS Discord were like, yeah, this dude leaked some stuff or whatever. And then I asked Professor Ditty, PhD, to do some research, and he did, and he schooled me. So who is Rezyl Azzir?
So I'm not as verbose as you just made me out to be about this topic, but
Dr. Ditty. Dr. Ditty.
Rezyl Azzir is a Destiny lore character. He's in a Grimoire card. I read the Grimoire card. He's a legend. He was one of the first Titans, or the first Titan, back when the city was, before the city was the city, the last city on Earth, defending that initial wave of the darkness on the human race on Earth. But basically, there was a Reddit user by the name of Rezyl Azzir, who 16 minutes after the April update went live, posted a walkthrough on Reddit of how to find the Rezyl Azzir dead ghost for the Grimoire card. Now Rezyl Azzir, the Grimoire card used to be in the Fogoth arena, but with the April update, they've updated the position, and it's now somewhere in the Prison of Elders. I think it's in the treasure room. Don't quote me on that. But basically, this Reddit user named Rezyl Azzir posted a walkthrough of how to obtain this new ghost in the Prison of Elders. So that means within 16 minutes, he downloaded the April update. He defeated the Prison of Elders and went down to the treasure room to find this ghost, and then uploaded a walkthrough of how to get it on YouTube, and then posted to Reddit.
Was it in HD?
Probably.
There's no way.
Probably.
I upload to YouTube
too.
like 4 times a week. It does not. It takes so long to process, you guys.
So
yeah.
It's super speculated that the Reddit post was intense speculation. This was a separate post. Rezyl Azzir was a Bungie employee, because that's incredibly quick.
That's too quick.
Happened. Yeah, and in the original Rezyl Azzir Reddit post, he ended the post with some Latin phrase that translated to the 20th day of the 9th month. It is coming forward to the stars.
You heard it here first.
Which is obviously referencing the fall expansion update that Bungie has officially announced that it's coming this fall, and September 20th sort of lies in the correct time frame. It's also a Tuesday, so that would make total sense. Every single Destiny update has come out on a Tuesday because that's patch day. So if it's a Bungie employee and they have that insider information, then September 20th. Fall expansion confirmed.
We made DTS predictions like a month ago about this, dude. What if
we did?
I think one of them was September 20th. I'll have to confirm for next week, but if it is, man, what if this guy is not a Bungie employee, but somebody who is in the very small test group of people who get to play? Oh
my God, that's across the street.
It's okay.
You gotta post this blooper on YouTube or something. That's funny as hell. You might get a copyright strike though.
Maybe, but am I good?
We should be good.
Okay. Cool.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm gonna wait for him to drive away, and then I'll let you know.
It's his car.
That was his car. Yes.
What kind of dance music was it? Was it pop?
Rap, hip hop.
Oh, okay.
I don't once again hip hop.
I mean, I love. There's a kid that who would drive into the college parking lot every morning for this morning class, and he was way into progressive house, and so he would be blasting this progressive house Swedish stuff, and it was great. I loved it. I was like, man, you are going hard at 7:30 in the morning. So, and it's always those giant arped out synths. So, and then the garage. This is going in bloopers. This has to go in the bloopers.
Just keep this whole segment in the show.
Hashtag the DTS struggles.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Maybe it's not a Bungie employee pretending to be Rezyl Azzir. Maybe it's one of the friends and family who are in the rumored PTR, private test realm. Usually it means public test realm. But anyway, there is a rumor that there is existing a test realm for Bungie to test builds out before they push it out to everybody. This would be very similar to almost any game like ever. League as a PTR, SC2 as a PTR, Dota I think maybe does.
It's PvE, public
PvE.
test, or public beta environment. I think
Yeah.
that's what they call it for League specifically.
But the rumor is friends and family of Bungie and this small, probably less than a couple hundred people who have access to this. They're all under NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which means if you... Hello, Garage. Which means if you say stuff about the build, like, you get sued. So NDAs mean you can't talk about this stuff because you're seeing early things early. Maybe this guy who's doing the Rezyl Azzir stuff is a part of that. All speculation. None of this is proven, by the way. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I think it's really awesome. Are you serious?
They forgot something.
That must have... Yep.
Hey, yo, I forgot my speakers. I'll be right back.
I'm done. I wasn't going to say anything. we need Zeeves to do
Animated
the
DTS.
RT animations. Yeah. You need DTS animations. I think it's really awesome that this, even if it is a Bungie employee, and even if Bungie's like, hee, we did this secret little thing that we're not going to take credit for, it starts the hype train. And I really, really love how well Bungie drives the hype train. You know,
Yes.
It's those little nuggets of information that we can just speculate on for months. You know, year one, the secrets of the Vault of Glass. Oh, hey, there might be another chest location. And then there's a whole subreddit dedicated to raid secrets. And it's active all the time. There's so many, like, tinfoil hat theories about stuff in the Destiny universe. And I love these kinds of things.
Yep, me too. I always want this to go on. That's why I've been sad about Mega Man EXE not being around. But if Rezyl Azzir could also start doing like an ARG, an alternate reality game, where some guy like follows his clues and digs up a piece of dirt in LA or something, and he finds a secret message in Latin that reveals even more. That's right up my alleyway. I like that stuff. All right, I think we should hop on to It Came From Twitter.
It came from Twitter!
During last week's show, we asked, I guess I should talk about the bounty first. Nobody completed our DTS bounty, which was to send us a screenshot of the end of Challenge of Elders, as well as a link to your activity of that Challenge of Elders from Destiny Tracker, and tweet it to us, and we'd give the person with the highest score $5 to the console of their choice. Nobody did it. Maybe it's just because it's Iron Banner week. We are recording the show on Saturday, so if somebody before Tuesday, May 3rd or whatever it is, does it, I will still honor it, but we're just going to leave that bounty open for one more week, okay? So complete Challenge of Elders during week 4, tweet us a picture of the score screen as well as a link to the activity on Destiny Tracker. Whoever has the highest score, $5 to your console of choice. So our first paid DTS bounty, week 1, didn't work, man. Didn't work. So last week we talked about rating. It was one of my favorite Destiny the shows I think we've done, just from a discussion standpoint. And we briefly touched on, should Destiny add pure tank classes and like pure healing classes with buffs and aggro generating things, spell interrupts. And you and I were like, yeah, they should totally do it. A lot of our listeners gave feedback that I didn't even think about, like just really blew me away, because we were all there thinking about PvE, all excited. And then one person's like, yeah, that would suck in PvP. I don't want them to do that. And I was like, yeah, that would suck in PvP. I would be really pissed off if you're shooting a dude and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, he's getting healed from behind, right?
Yeah, it would turn into Overwatch or TF2 at that point.
Yeah, and that's not what PvP feels like. So
and in hindsight, that's something that's very obvious if you think about it. It's like, oh yeah,
yep.
How would those work in PvP? And it really wouldn't at first glance. So I'm kind of mad or disappointed at both of us for not thinking about that last week.
We just got so like
We
excited
just got so hyped.
about raid stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, from Twitter, let's see. At Kale Kid or Kaylee Kid, not sure how healers would work, but I'd be back in a fury. Hashtag support for life. So he was for it. At Mechamonkey says, as an old WoW DPSer, Destiny would suck with MMO Triad. It would force us to maybe play a different way than what we want. Again, valid point. At Shimazu-sama, I think healers would be a great addition, so he's also for it. At Suit Boxer or Sut Boxer, I love the show about raids. What if Destiny 2, Bungie introduces a new tank and healing class, and 3 Destiny 1 classes remain as DPS? So like the 3 classes remain DPS, and then 2 new classes in Destiny 2 that would be healing and tanking. That'd be cool.
For each character, like for Warlock,
I think
one
it
for Titan,
means
one
like
for...
Warlock, Titan, and those guys like all remain DPS, and that healing and tank classes would be something new altogether.
With their separate subclasses.
Yes.
Interesting. Let's do that.
Indeed. And I guess I had a few YouTube comments that I don't have pulled up here right now, but the point was, in PvP, how on earth would this work? This raises the question of PvE versus PvP balancing. Bungie does not do it separate of one another. They both have interactions with each other. You know how they reduce the inventory size on sniper rifles? Well, more special bricks and heavy bricks are having to drop more often in PvE to accommodate for a change that originated in PvP. The question remains, should Bungie balance the two separately? PvP is its own realm, PvE is different. It's been stated by a bunch of different Bungie employees. Part of the core philosophy is your guardian everywhere. It should feel like your guardian whether you're doing a strike or whether you're doing a raid or whether you're actually going into trials or playing Crucible and Control Clash kind of stuff. Part of the real sweetness, I think, of Destiny is the fact that they do a great job making sure your guardian feels like your guardian wherever you take it. What do you think? Should they? Shouldn't they? This is such a, like you said earlier, a deep question.
Yeah, it's almost like you can't really answer this very quickly. You know, you'd have to go in depth and detailed each single change that you'd have to make. Very obviously, let's look at year 1 Destiny. You had very obvious PvE weapons. Fatebringer. Absolutely. It was a hand cannon, really powerful then. Had Firefly, you can clear out mobs really quickly, and then you have the Gallarhorn, effective in PvP, but way better against bosses in PvE. And then you have things like Truth, PvP, as very obviously a PvP rocket launcher.
Thorn's like the best example.
Thorn, yeah, it was really strong in year 1 PvP. Now it's all right, but I'm not going to use Thorn in PvE now because I think I have better options at that point. So especially with the elemental primaries, those are very obvious. They had no effect. The fact that they were elemental primaries in PvP. Vex Mythoclast, it doesn't matter that it was solar damage in PvP, but in a solar burn nightfall, yes, that was way effective. So there's so many different things. And now I think with year 2 Destiny, since there's not... It's really hard to define. There's not really a PvE weapon versus a PvP weapon because everything is unified. Everything feels the same. And I really like that. I think it's in a really good spot. It makes me use the gun that I want everywhere.
WoW with Legion is having separately balanced talent trees for PvP versus PvE. And so that's a big deal. Previously, you have a talent tree which you select your talents. It's like our perk nodes basically, but there's a lot more of them. And you would spec your character for PvE. If you're a raider, you'd pick abilities that benefit a raider, or if you're PvPing, you would pick abilities that benefit PvP. They're now separate. There's like 2 separate trees entirely for one another. I cannot formally take a stance on PvE versus PvP in terms of should they be balanced separately. It's just too many questions. Like we could talk for 2 hours about, well, what about that? What about that? What about that? Part of the magic of Destiny is the fact that your Guardian feels so good anywhere. And a player who's never played an FPS, if they go into the Crucible and they've been practice shooting a bunch of drags and Thrall, they know like pretty much what to do when they get into PvP. So I don't want to take a stance there. I do want to mention something from last week where everybody is always like, raids need a matchmaking system. We need an LFR, a looking for raid tool. I just want to add one thing here because in WoW right now, there's a whole debacle of a very popular private vanilla server was shut down. A lot of the player base loved the old core values of vanilla WoW from 11, 12 years ago. And they're asking Blizzard, please let us have a legacy realm to play on an older version of the game. And one of the features that has been added in WoW, it was either Miss Pandaria or it was added in Kata. I'm almost positive it was added in Miss Pandaria, is LFR, looking for raid, which is a matchmaking way for you to play a ridiculously easy version of the raid. I mean, you barely have to do anything. The mechanics are so forgiving, but it has become something that a lot of players absolutely hate LFR. They hate it because it lessens the content. Well, it's a super toxic experience. Sometimes there's just such horrible people in LFR. It's bad. But it created an easy way for people to see the content, but at the same time took away some of the specialness of putting a group together to complete the content in the first place. That's the really short way I can describe it. So when we're all gung-ho for LFR and Destiny, for people being able to go through Vault of Glass and Crota's End, and I'm on that train. I want matchmaking for an easy difficulty for the raids. When we're on that train, do remember, the moment matchmaking enters into the scene for raids, it will lessen a little bit of that specialness of raids, just a little bit. I think you get what I'm saying, Ditty? Did I do an okay job explaining it?
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying there. And I agree, because like you said, the moment you introduce matchmaking, introduces the risk of terrible experiences.
And there will be, not like the risk, the inevitability of at some point you will have a horrible raid run.
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, it's just leave the party after. You can just report the player and then leave, and then they can introduce some reporting issues, blah, blah, blah. If you're reported too many times, you can't use the LFR anymore. But it's going to be, there's going to be negative experiences that are introduced. It's just going to happen. That's what matchmaking does.
Absolutely. And it's worth revisiting again in the future. I just didn't want people to think our blanket 2-minute statement of LFR would be great for normal mode raids. Like, there's more to it than that. So, all right, where can people find your content, Ditty?
Discord.me/Destiny the Show and Twitter.com/Ditty DTS DITTY DTS.
You guys can go to destinytheshow.com for all the links from today and more. Make sure to follow us at Destiny the Show on Twitter and tweet us your responses or suggestions or anything. We do read it each week. Don't forget about our DTS bounty. $5 is on the line. Big cash money. Check out our friends over at DestinyTracker.com, the best place to track your stats in the Destiny universe. You can follow me at BBKDRAGOON, same name on YouTube. Have an excellent rest of your afternoon, guys, and we'll talk with you next time.